Dear Central Community, it's hard to believe that only 4 months ago we moved to distance learning in order to help flatten the curve of COVID-19 infections. It was an extreme and sudden shift to a new paradigm that was both unfamiliar and new to most educators nationwide. As we get ready to welcome our students to the 2020-2021 school year, we want to share what the beginning of the fall semester will look like. Because of the spikes in community spread of COVID-19 in Fresno County, we will begin with online distance learning at all of our schools to help slow the spread and keep our students and staff safe. We acknowledge that the distance learning last spring was not optimal. Based on the current guidance by the California Department of Education, as well as what we have learned from the spring, distance learning will look dramatically different when school starts on August the 12th. We will increase teacher interaction with students, take attendance, provide individual and small group supports, and many other tools to better equip our staff, students, and parents to make distance learning more engaging. Assistant Superintendent Ketty Davis will now share some details.
Hello, my name is Ketty Davis, Assistant Superintendent of Educational Services. Welcome to this brief overview of reopening Central Unified in fall 2020. Many questions have come in regard to whether this fall will be the same as distance learning was in the spring or if it will be different. It will be significantly different. We want to engage our students, your children. We are planning for and will host daily live interaction. Textbooks, workbooks, and materials students need to work from home will be provided. This includes a computer device for each child that needs one and Wi-Fi into homes that are in need. Grading will resume. Services to special populations will be increased. There will be daily access to help and new systems to prevent disengagement. A survey has been sent out via Parent Square, and we are asking you to complete it as soon as you possibly can. If you did not receive this survey, it means that we do not have updated or current contact information for you, and we ask you to get into your parent portal and update that information. You can call our hotline, which I'll announce in a few minutes, if you're not sure how to do what I've just mentioned. Our immediate priority is to begin scheduling appointments to get technology out to students so that everybody can dial in on Wednesday, August 12th for the first day of school. We also know that textbooks and materials for the new year, including supplies for what will be needed to learn at home, need to be checked out too. Those appointments will come shortly after school year begins. We have clear expectations for ourselves, for our students, and for you, our partners, the parents. Teachers will be creating and delivering instruction daily. That instruction might be whole class, and sometimes it will be small group. They'll provide feedback, assess and grade learning. They'll support students and parents with learning, and they'll provide designated check-in and office hours daily. Students will be expected to be online in class daily, actively participating. They will need to participate in group assignments as those are assigned, complete and submit their work, ask for feedback, ask for help, and offer help to others. Parents, we ask you to think about how you can provide an appropriate space for your child to work and participate in live instruction, how you can monitor their progress on completing assignments. We ask you to provide support when your child needs help and reach out to us when you need us to help with that. And we know that our youngest learners, TK to 2, will probably need more support in completing activities. Schedules have been posted for elementary, middle, and high school. These are approximate schedules. They give you an idea of what mornings look like, what Mondays look like, what afternoons look like, and what Tuesday through Fridays do, of course, too. We expect more clarity to come from your teachers of what you can expect within each of these time frames. They have much work to do to consider what elementary and young learners need during these blocks of time, and that's the work that they're engaging in soon. So here's an idea of what a Monday looks like for your child. They'll be online for about an hour, somewhere around that hour in time. You can see in the morning it's at 9 to 10. And then the rest of the day, either independently working or participating in school-wide activities that are available online. Tuesday to Friday, they'll have a more specific schedule. There'll be time where they will be live in instruction with their teachers, and there will be times where the teacher will say, today is not a live session for this block of time, and here's what I want you to work on. In the afternoons, Tuesday to Friday, you will see that there is time for office hours, for students to work offline, for special supports, intervention, and individual and group counseling is available each day. Likewise, our middle and high school also have suggested schedules that are posted on the website. And because they follow a bell schedule for each block or class period, they're a little bit more specific in terms of the times that they start and end, so that students can meet with each of their classes and not have any conflicts in trying to be in two classes at once. What's common with the elementary schedule is that Mondays, each middle and high school student has a class meeting, and the rest of their Monday is to spend independently working offline, individual and group counseling still available, and watch for the school calendar for many school-wide activities that students can participate in. On Tuesdays and Thursdays, you will notice some of their classes, either the even blocks or at the middle school level, classes period 4 through 6 will meet. And since Wednesday is the first day of school, that's where the odd classes and starting with period 1 begin. You'll see how much time they have for each class. And you'll see one class is a little bit longer than the others, and that's meant to do a wellness check, a homeroom announcement session, just like they're used to having when they're on campus. Teachers are already hard at work building their distance learning classrooms. I regret for all of us, this is a different summer than we've ever experienced, and I'm so proud of all of the work that's taking place. We are providing additional training days. We have acquired programs to help teachers prepare engaging lessons with your child and have agreed on some uniform practices from school to school. We've heard that some families experienced very different instructional routines in their home between siblings, and we're really working to make sure you've got a clear picture of what education looks like for us as we start the school year in distance learning. Our student services are robust, and they're here for your students. We're committed to serving all of our students. Students living with disabilities can expect to have online, phone, and on-site appointments as needed. Students that are building their language proficiency and newcomers can expect to have liaisons, outreach, migrant services, and additional academic support to help them. Our gifted students can expect to have challenging assignments and enrichment activities. And every student can expect to have access to counseling and mental health support. We'll have that available online, phone, as well as on-site appointments, following all safety protocols, of course. And that will be hosted by and led by our central staff, as well as some of our contracted supports that we could not do our work without. Comprehensive Youth Services, All for Youth, and our SenCal mentors. We've expanded our wellness services that include food, transportation, and literacy. Breakfast and lunch will be provided at most of our schools because we have a lot of students that can walk to the school near them. Some schools, however, do not have any walkers, and they reside in more remote locations. Schools like Central High School West, Houghton Kearney, Madison, Pershing Pathway, and Roosevelt. For our remote students living too far away to walk safely to their campus, our buses will be providing food out at community bus stops. It might also be the place that students will be checking out books from our mobile library through the work of our transportation. We also know that there will be families that identify on that parent survey I mentioned earlier that they need transportation for their child to attend any appointments on campus. We will work with transportation to schedule those appointments and transportation. I am not sharing yet with you the schedule and which bus stops all of this will occur at. That will be coming and available to you by the 10th of August. Support is here already to help you. We have a general line in English and in Spanish that continues to be available to answer your calls by phone. Our Fall 2020 Hub, which is our website access, it used to be the COVID website. It has parent frequently asked questions. I encourage you to visit that site often. And if you don't see an answer to a question, either email it to us or make a phone call so that we can make sure we can get an answer to you. If you're running into a need for tech help, we have a tech help center with a phone number that will route you to the right person to help you, whether it's with your equipment, with logging onto a program for your child, whatever it is, we want to be ready to help you. I've mentioned already some of the other support systems, and I'm excited that we will also begin some parent classes and focus groups for parents to help navigate the world of distance learning. All of our staff as well is also learning how to use Language Line, which is the ability when a call is made, if someone calling in speaks a language other than the language of the receiver of that call, that we can quickly get an interpreter onto the call so that communication can take place. We'll be launching this fall a new mentoring program called Central for Kids. We know our teachers already provide a great connection and support to students. And we know this last spring, we saw a lot of disengagement, and we want to avoid that and prevent that from happening. And so the central community, central employees are going to help us in a mentoring project that will begin early this fall. And it will allow us to have extra individuals from our team help to build our community and make connections with your students and help you guys along the way. The question still remains, after all we've described for fall 2020 distance learning at each school, is it right for my child? Or is central online homeschool a better option? We've shared this flyer on social media to help parents to see what the difference is between distance learning at their school and what central online homeschool has. The most common question is, what's the role of the parent? I want to apologize if we confused you with our first flyer. We didn't mean to. As a parent, you are a teacher for your child first and always. But I want to reassure you that as a parent, your role will be to provide a safe space to work, help to organize your child's time, and offer support when they're stuck. The curriculum for the online homeschool and the teacher assigned to your child will make sure the instruction is occurring. Each child will have a teacher assigned who will, at a minimum once a week, meet with your child, you, if possible, to make sure that the student is making progress on their learning goals, has the support they need, and be able to answer questions as the students work through the curriculum. Another key difference between the distance learning at school and enrolling in the central online homeschool that might help you decide is whether or not you want your child to return to school's campus as soon as possible. If you're not ready for that and you want your child to remain at home until more progress is made on addressing COVID-19, then central online homeschool might be for you. Please check out this flyer, the Parents Frequently Asked Questions on our website, and reach out to us if we can help you to determine your plans for fall. To assign teachers and students to classes and get ready for our August 12th start, we ask you to make your plans by July 31st. I want to help clear up another common question. All of our students in Central Unified are automatically enrolled in their home school to begin distance learning this fall. The only reason you would need to call the Central Online Homeschool is if you want to change their school and enroll them in the online homeschool program. We know that doesn't answer every question, but we hope it helps with many. We look forward to beginning school online with each and every student on Wednesday, August 12th. Exact times and details for how to log into class will come from your child's school. Thank you for being our partners. We can't wait to rejoin our Central students and staff on campus once it's safe to do so. And until then, we're excited for what we can do this fall. Thank you for your time.
We hope this information gives you some peace of mind that distance learning will be more interactive and beneficial to your child and easier for parents to oversee than our previous semester. More importantly, we want you to know how much we miss our students and want them back in the classroom as soon as possible. We miss having them on our school sites and in our classrooms. Students are the heartbeat of a school district. Because we want to bring them back, we've created different plans, including transitioning from distance learning to them in class 2 days a week, then eventually 5 days a week. That is our number one goal, but none of this is possible without the help of our community. We're sending our SOS distress call to save our school year. We can save our school year if we practice everything that we've heard for months from our local, state, and national health experts. We did this quite well in the spring, and we can do it again now. Please wear face coverings in public, avoid large groups, stay 6 feet apart from others, stay home if you're sick, and wash your hands with soap as often as possible. These are the same things that were practiced worldwide during the 1918 Spanish flu pandemic, and these very practices in the spring help mitigate any surges and hotspots throughout Fresno County. We can do this together, and we must do this together so that someday soon we can meet together. We're Central Strong, and we can do this for our children. Welcome back.